You've seen the story by now. The Atlantic has this blockbuster report about the Trump administration adding a reporter onto a group chat for war plans. Let me just run through the 5 most important things in that story. First of all, there was a group chat about war plans, That is unheard of. They used an encrypted group chat, but it was a group chat nonetheless. Second thing, they added a reporter. It seems to be that they added this reporter because his initials shared the same initials as an administration official. So they didn't even check to make sure the number was correct. Here's a third thing. The texts included specific information about the attack, about where the bombs were going and when. That stuff's classified. Fourth thing, the Vice President, J.D. Vance, was on this group chat, and here's what he had to say. He opposed the strike. He said this specifically: "I am not sure the president is aware of how inconsistent this is with his message on Europe right now." That sounds like daylight between Vance and the president, but after the story was published, his office came out saying there's no daylight. He supports the president's decisions on this matter. And here's the last thing. The last thing is what they were saying about Europe. Pete Hegseth, the defense secretary, said this: "I fully share your loathing of Europe's freeloading." He said that in response to something that J.D. Vance said. Now, the White House says that these messages appear to be authentic. They are not denying that this group chat exists. It raises some very serious national security questions about the Trump administration.
This is what Libras want to see. Trump just responded to this few hours ago. I'm going to show you his response. But before we go into that, Hillary Clinton is filming on social media about this. This is what she posted on Facebook. "You have got to be kidding me." Story in Atlantic. The Trump administration accidentally texted me it war plan. U.S. national security leaders included me in a group chat about upcoming military strike. I didn't think it could be real. Then the beat started falling. Okay, when you take a look at what is going on, Trump is not even aware that something like this is going on. CNN came with some kind of information. I don't know if you've seen it. It is important. I show you. First, take a look at this before we go into Trump's response.
This just in, editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, Jeffrey Goldberg, says he was accidentally texted war plans.
Yeah, we literally just received this piece from The Atlantic, and in it, Goldberg writes, U.S. national security leaders included me in a group chat about upcoming military strikes in Yemen. I didn't think it could be real. Then the bombs started falling. CNN's Alex Marquardt joins us now live. And Alex, this piece came out literally in the last few minutes. I haven't been able to read through all of it, but this seems like something out of a farce, like out of a comedy.
It is just stunning on so many different levels. And I understand why Goldberg didn't believe it was real, because it is just shocking in several different ways. Goldberg was added to a Signal chat with some of the most senior national security members of the Trump administration. Signal is a messaging app that is encrypted, probably why these officials thought that they could have a discreet conversation on there. But on it, in this chat that Goldberg was a witness to, they talk about the planning for the recent bombing of the Houthis that started on March 15th. They talk about current intelligence assessments. There's a full-on debate among these officials about whether they should carry out this bombing of the Houthis. And these are conversations that could be in violation of the Espionage Act. Now, this group was started, it looks like, by the National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, who called it the Houthi PC Small Group. PC refers to Principals Committee. The principals in the administration are the senior-most officials. And among that group of senior officials, you have the National Security Advisor, the Vice President, the Secretary of Defense and of State, the Director of National Intelligence, the CIA Director, Steve Witkoff, the Special Envoy, the Chief of Staff to President Trump, and the list goes on. There are 18 of them. So there's this debate over whether the U.S. should go through with this bombing of the Houthis. Vice President Vance is actually arguing against it, saying that just 3% of trade goes through the Red Sea, which is where the ships have been targeted by the Houthis. Ratcliffe, the CIA director, he chimes in with current intelligence assessments that may be related to intelligence operations that are ongoing. Goldberg does not print that because, of course, that, among so many other details in this, are so highly classified. Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, he chimes in saying that waiting a few weeks or a month wouldn't fundamentally change the calculus. And he notes, interestingly, that if this leaks, we look indecisive. Of course, it would eventually leak. Now, keep in mind, as they're having this discussion, Goldberg is watching all of this unfold, and he doesn't know, again, whether it's real, but he would quickly learn that it was. On the morning of March 15th, which is the day the bombings began, Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, posted a team update at 11:44 in the morning saying the bombings were about to start 2 hours later. And in that message to this large group, again, including Goldberg, he posted operational details about these strikes that were...
Yes, a question surfaced to Trump about this. When you take a look at this breaking, Trump responded to report the Atlantic editor-in-chief was added to a national security group chat where war plans were discussed. I'm not a big fan of the Atlantic. To me, it is a big magazine that's going out of business. I know nothing about it. I don't know anything about it. You are telling me for the first time. That is Trump responding to what is going on. Trump is not aware. When you watch videos like what is surfacing, be ready for a song because the mainstream media will sing this from now to next year.
So not only are our government officials and the Trump administration organizing war plans that they plan to enact through Signal, but they're also sending that shit to the wrong person. You cannot make this shit up. So on March 11th via Signal, there was someone who accidentally received messages of what the U.S. was planning to do with a war interaction. This was not just a little, hey, we're meeting up to discuss it. This had detailed information about weapons, what was to be done, how it was supposed to be done, and then it actually happened 3 days later. This also involved the U.S. national security leaders, and they got included in a fucking group chat about upcoming military strikes in Yemen. And at first, they didn't think it was real until it happened a few days later, and they actually did exactly what they texted out through Signal again. What
breaking news, the Department of Defense, well, they like to talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion and how it is just ruining everything. Well, the Defense Secretary himself, Pete Hegseth, is in a little hot water right now because he apparently included a reporter on some top secret information on a text chain. The reporter didn't think it was real. He got the information hours earlier until the bombs started falling.
Yes, when you take a look at what is going on and Libras are celebrating it, I understand sometimes mistakes happen. This person bringing this information to the media is concerning. Something like this has happened. Look into it. Report back. Now the way they are making it, like he was not sure if this was really reliable information. The Libras are carrying it. Bet you from now on, this will be like a song. They will be singing every single day. Oh, this one. Oh, they are not competent. Oh no, Hillary Clinton is already there, jubilating. It is crazy. It is important. When things like this are happening, pay close attention. I'm already seeing a lot of videos surfacing about it. Reason I want to just inform my subscribers to know what is going on because I know some consecutive YouTube channels will be reporting this maybe tomorrow.
Editor-in-chief of The Atlantic was accidentally texted top secret minute-by-minute war plans about this month's military strikes in Yemen. I will repeat that. Jeffrey Goldberg, the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, says he was included in a group chat full of our nation's top security officials, including the vice president, the CIA director, the director of national intelligence, the secretary of state, the White House chief of staff, and more, discussing what we can only assume to be top secret plans to bomb Houthi targets.
Yes, thank you guys for always being there. The story is still developing. I'll be bringing you updates so you can see exactly what is going on. This is the mainstream media. I wanted to show you their own side while we wait for real information and If you see any clip after this, that is just for the YouTube algorithm. You can stop here. God bless you.
The nerds that own the politician, all these tech nerds that want to build robots because they don't know how to talk to hot women.
Kid Rock was here a couple of weeks ago, and he said, I want you to meet Trump. He said, I'm going to take you to the White House. So now we're going to do that.
I think that's
and like
a good
there will be
conversation.
lots of people on the left who will be like, how dare you talk to this man? It's like, you know, I'm not where
When I look at my life right now and I ask myself, which political party has made my life worse? It's not the Republican Party. Locally speaking, the Democrats have complete control and they have nearly destroyed my family's livelihood. Okay, we are living in trash and squalor
Who's getting these? Texas, Florida, Idaho.
Done nothing but talk smack about the president since day one.
Actually moderate against war, anti-war.
Good for you. Well, the two stars are Gal Gadot, before you, who she was in the Israeli Defense Forces. She's Israeli, and then Rachel Zegler plays Snow White. I think Gal plays the. I mean, you must have a feeling in your gut.
Or fuel on the fire that there's a potential.
The economy added 16 points.
Your show's on YouTube.
It's a different mechanism. It's the same thing, though.
Let me ask you your opinion on this. Saturday Night Live, 50th anniversary.
It's the same thing that when I see not all black Republicans, but I see a black MAGA person who is carrying Donald Trump's water and they know that he's lying. It is the shortest line to the front. Because if you're black and you're whatever, you're just in line with a bunch of other Democrats that are doing the same thing that you're doing.
And you know what their attitude is? I made my money all by myself.
Is there anything that you think Trump has done right?
Yeah, I mean, I think cracking